Hello, everyone. My name is Dan Wright, and I am an artist. I live here locally. I was raised in Muncie, and I've been drawing since I was about 4. I graduated from Muncie Southside High School. I served in the Army. From there, I went back here to Indiana, went to art school at Herron, and became a nationally syndicated cartoonist. I had a strip that ran in papers. It ran here for about 5 years, and at about 4 years old, I really wanted to learn how to draw, and so early I made a connection to figure drawing, but I wanted to figure draw for comics, so I was studying the ideas of anatomy before I actually was presented with a live nude model. Recently, I have been drawing live nude models, and I did that in college at Herron, and I want to say that there are, in every creative field, there is a top discipline or skill that if you learn to do that, all of the doors of the discipline open up to you. For artists, especially if you are drawing, figure drawing, especially being able to draw the figure from life in front of you, I believe that is the top discipline for artists, in the same way that if you're dancing, studying ballet, if you're playing music, studying classical, it gives you the most versatility with yourself as a tool, I think. If you will do your scales of learning to draw the human figure, as well as producing some, I think in some instances, beautiful artwork. And that's certainly true if you look at museum collections. Artists have drawn the human figure since we've been painting on cave walls. We love it. I think the rhythms excite us of the human figure. You're looking at 1-minute drawings here. These were captured with ink wash and ink, brushes of various sizes, and oftentimes white gouache, acrylic white gouache. As a discipline, figure drawing, once you can do that, you can draw anything you want to. It doesn't make any difference what drawing challenge is presented to you. You can do whatever you want. This is a 1-minute drawing on the left. The action in that is, yes, I think that's a lovely drawing, but I would say that had someone else done it. I'm proud to have made that. I think that's a lovely drawing. As is the one on the right, another 1-minute drawing in wash with ink. I misjudged my measuring onto the paper of the drawing, and so I just taped another piece of paper underneath it and kept going. This is white gouache. My wife had never done this before. She's a fellow artist, and she even commented that it really put something into her artistically rather than take something out of her, which she thought was going to be her experience. There is something energizing about drawing from life, especially drawing a model from life. And it might be like playing scales on the piano. She looks like a pixie to me. That drawing looks like a pixie. That's another nice thing about figure drawing. If you're not really overly concerned about the face, it's not portraiture. You're not necessarily obligated to make your drawing look like the person that you are drawing, because that person's probably not going to ever stand next to what you drew. Produce a beautiful drawing. Make a beautiful drawing. Also, every time I come to this, I'm reminded to say, of course I'm aware of Picasso and other artists who I want to emulate some of the work that I have seen them do. I want to have a primitiveness, if I can get to that, in my line. Also, I would like to learn to paint before I die, and I think this might be the beginnings of painting. Perhaps for me, we'll see. I don't know. Can you paint the human figure in 20 minutes? I might have an answer to that. I'm sure the answer is yes, but here is a non-Pecha Kucha, YouTube-only, sliding head to toe of the figure on the right. It's just working with wash and ink to me feels more like modeling with clay than it does drawing. it feels like you're putting something solid down onto a piece of paper. It's really great. So I like working this way. Yeah, I did some drawings in hard media, Conte and charcoal, and pencils just, I'm gonna burn through that, and I don't want to take time to sharpen a pencil. I like a brush because I can dip it and go. This feels very Grecian to me, so I went with it. I used a liner brush and did the lines before I did the wash on this particular one. It's a 2-hour session. We're coming near the end. The proudness of this figure, I'm as proud of this drawing as any I've ever drawn from life. I mean, in 20 minutes, say human figure standing in front of you, and the solidity of that's really nice. This one too is just so there. It's also very meditative, and I like that about it. And it's not reading a line of type. You're reacting to the space. This was the most recent drawing. You are reacting to the form and the space together at the same time, and we're all agreeing that line is going to equal where the form wraps away from you. But looking at the light and the pattern in the form, it's beautiful. My name's Dan Wright. Thank you.